Hi, I'm Scarlet, and this video will be all about the festive season of Yule. So if you're new here, I post videos every week about paganism, tarot, and magic. So Yule is a pagan festival that falls on the Winter Solstice each year, which is either December 21st or 22nd, depending on the year. The Winter Solstice is the shortest day of the year, and afterward, each day will become slightly longer. So at its essence, Yule celebrates the beginning of the return of the sun. And modern pagan Yule traditions derive from many different pre-Christian rituals and celebrations across a multitude of different cultures. And you'll notice that many of these pagan traditions are still practiced today, even in Christian households. For example, in pre-Christian Scandinavia, Yule lasted 12 days and culminated with the burning of a Yule log, a tradition that we're all familiar with. And Christmas caroling too, that actually began with the pagan practice of wassailing, where villagers would go door to door singing and drinking to the health of their neighbors. And a lot of our traditions actually come from ancient Rome. In ancient Rome, they celebrated the feast of Saturnalia on Winter Solstice in order to honor the god Saturn, who was a god of agricultural bounty. And this feast of Saturnalia lasted about a week and included a lot of drinking and feasting, and is also one of the earliest historical examples we have of gift giving at this time of year. And too, the tradition of kissing under the mistletoe was originally from this time period and the fertility rites that honored Saturn. And depending on your personal pagan path, there are many different ways that you can celebrate Yule. And this might include updating your altar with items representative of the winter season and this return of the sun. You could decorate your altar with the colors of Yule, which would be red, green, white, and gold. Or you could also incorporate some natural items representative of the season, such as evergreens, holly, and birch bark. And two, at this time of year, you may want to connect with or learn more about the gods and goddesses associated with the winter solstice and the returning of the sun. Some examples might be Balder, who is a Norse god connected with the legend of mistletoe. There's Amaterasu, who is a Shinto sun goddess whose story connects very well with the return of the sun at this time of year. And then there's Dionysus, of course, the Greek god of wine and celebration, who would be a great deity to call upon to create a festive atmosphere. And then there is Odin, a Norse god who is said to have bestowed gifts to his people at this time of year. And in the myths, it also said that he flew a flying horse across the sky. And these stories about Odin, perhaps combined with the tales of Saint Nicholas from Christianity, help to create our own modern concept of Santa Claus. And there is also the idea of the Holly King, who is more of an archetype of the forest that you see mentioned in many different British tales and folklore. And in contemporary pagan beliefs, it is thought that the Holly King and the Oak King are in a constant battle for supremacy throughout the year, and at winter solstice, with the return of the sun, the Holly King is finally defeated. So there are countless rituals, crafts, and spells you can do to further connect with the season of Yule. You might have a Yule log ceremony or simply plan a Yuletide feast for your friends and family. There are so many ways to celebrate this time of year. And I'll post some links below in the description box for some more ideas for you. So Yule, like all modern pagan festivals, is really a hodgepodge of different pre-Christian traditions, beliefs, and myths. Though at its core, I think it's really all about connecting to this time of year. These festive activities that we do create a sense of hope that even as winter will continue on, we know that it will eventually come to an end as the strength of the sun increases with each following day. And for those of us like me that do live in cold climates, taking the time to celebrate the return of the sun definitely brings some warmth and joy to my heart. So because pagan traditions are so varied, I would love to hear from you about what traditions you like to do at this time of year. So do please comment below on how you like to celebrate this festive season. And if you're new to my channel, I welcome you to take a moment to like and subscribe to see more content about paganism, magic, witchcraft, and tarot. So I hope you all have a wonderful Yule, and I will see you next week. Bye!